Here's a tutorial for Unit 18 of Positive Chemistry. Here we have a reaction, and the ratio here says that if you have 6 of these and 1 of those, you can make 2 of that. So if you had 6 of these, you can make 2 of that. If you had 12 of these, you can make 4 of that. If you had 600 of these, you can make 200 of that. It's just a ratio. In this case, they want to talk about the N2 and the K3N. If you have 1, you can make 2. If you have 100, you can make 200. If you need 400, you need to use, give it a thought, 200, because the ratio is 2 to 1. If whatever you want to make out of this, you need half as much of that, don't you? So they're going to tell us how much of this we have, but they're going to do it in moles, which is easy for us. We just set up the ratio is 2 to 1, get the units right, multiply by the top, divide by the bottom, and it says we can make 11.6 moles of the product. Here's 18.6. We have a reaction. And they gave us the molar masses, which is nice of them. Speeds it up. By the way, when they don't give them to you for the purposes of this whole unit, I suggest just looking them up. It's going to save a lot of time. And I hope that you already know how to add up a molar mass anyway. So we want moles of chromium 3 bromide, which is that. That's our target. And we know this, grams of that. So this is one step more difficult and longer than the previous one. What we need to use is this ratio. We're going from here to here. And we know it's 3 to, will get you 2. More to the point, it's if you need 3, you must use 2. If you needed 300, you need to use 200. The target chemical is always on top when we're in these conversions there. So to jump from here to there, you need to be in moles. You need to be in moles. Oh my gosh, you need to be in moles. This does not say that 2 grams can make 2 grams and 3 grams. That would be like saying you can take 2 pounds of rocks and turn it into 2 pounds of this kind of rock and 3 pounds of that kind of rock, which makes no sense. You cannot take mass and convert it into just more mass just by magic. What we can do is divide things up and make them into different groups. So you could take 2 of this group and break it up and make 2 of this kind of group and 3 of that kind of group. That actually makes some sense, but not in grams. So to jump from here to there, we're going to need to be in moles. However, they gave us grams. So we're going to have to convert out of grams first and go into moles. We're going to have to convert out of grams using the molar mass and get moles. At this stage, we have converted to moles of the bromine. Then we can jump from here to there using the ratio in the balanced, fully correctly balanced reaction, and we know that you will get or make, you will use 2 for every 3 you make. We're jumping to the 2 from the 3. Multiply by the top, divide by the bottom, and we get this answer here. This is for 18.7. We had to balance the reaction. I'm hoping you can do that. And they gave us grams of the product, and we want to know moles of this, of the only reactant. So to jump from 1 to the 4 means that the 4 will be on top and the 1 will be on the bottom. If you want to make 100, you got to use 400. If you want to make 4, you got to use 16. But we need to do that in moles. So we're going to convert out of grams using the molar mass. This section here then gives us this section, anyway, here gives us moles, and then we can jump using the balanced reaction.